on paperwork. In the near future, we want to facilitate change. We want to have less time for paperwork and more time that is used efficiently. Our solution is a speech-to-text format, an interface with predictive and pre-programmed speech boards to reach those goals. We can use existing hardware on a platform-independent software, contributing to a future-proof police. We will now show you how this works.
Iets kabels to bankman, gesteld en inspectie. 40 glasgoeds met weggelegd en inspectie.
Start papieren.
That's why we're lead hackers. Okay, what you just saw is a police officer responding to the call. So he's going to the scene that is reported on. And when he puts on these glasses, what I have on now, he can see the following interface. And this interface he sees on the little screen that is on here. And this interface works through speech to text, but also through eye movement, eye tracking. So if I look at an option on the screen, I can also select it by looking at it for 2 seconds. So we'll now demonstrate in the situation that we showed in the video that the police officer responds, he looks around, there's no people around anymore that look suspicious, everything looks safe, so we're now going to report that. That is something that they normally do back at the office, so they have to write something down to remember it and go back. That's not necessary anymore. Start. Situatie. So now you can see that we put in a few situations. These will be templates that the police themselves can put up, so they control what can be reported, so they can make their own uniform forms and speech boards that they can report with. So in this case, it's an aandachtsvesting. We heard, we don't know that. So it's a J10. I'll demonstrate the looking at it. See, the eye, looking at it for 2 seconds, and there it goes. In these glasses, they have geolocation, so that's something that is also taking a lot of time to input. So we built that in, and it recognized that we're here at the Brightlands, and it also has the latitude and longitude that is necessary for other software that we're going to put the data in. So in this case, we can say, huidige locatie. It also remembers, it knows the time. Of course, all hardware nowadays has a clock in it, so you know what time it is. So the police officer is there at the moment, so he's going to say, nu. Nu. Okay, now comes the part that takes a lot of time to normally input is data that has a lot of things, like personal data. So you need to know the age, the gender, picture of someone. So we made an input for pictures, because this thing also has a screen capturing module. So I have my ID card here, so I can say foto maken. Foto maken. Oh crap, I hold my thumb on the card. Let me try that again. Foto maken. There we go. So we identified the person that, in this case, went to the call, so we know we have an image, a visual image, and we can also export the data from the image. Volgende. Volgende. So now, the hardest part was notes, because this was all speech boards, so we have a general model for that, or they can implement their own general model, but there's always extra things that needed to be added, and that cannot be put in the model. So we built this, it's called notes. Notities. So you have geen verdachte aangetroffen, situatie veilig verklaard, geen bijzonderheden. Sluiten. So now everything we need for the report is in the glasses, or in something that is connected to the glasses, or any other piece of hardware that has any input available and all the things that we just used for making the report. So now we can send it. Volgende. Volgende. So it says, it can be a stressful situation. So on the top you see all the things that we filled in. You can also look at the notes again, and if something wrong, you can go back in your steps and even change it and then fill out a report. But we did everything correctly, so we can say versturen. So now it says the report has been made and it's been sent. For this case, we didn't want to make it too complicated, but we exported it in JSON, so it can go to any other system in any other format. Also, JSON is very well used nowadays, so it can be implemented with their current software that keeps records. But also it has a paper record, because that's why we're doing it. It has, and I'll show you that, in the mail. You see here 2 new mails from the date from now, and you see that it has an automated report, and it shows the report that we just put on with the notes that we spoken out loud to the glasses. And for the technical part, there is the JSON output that can go to any other system. Well, okay. Yeah, that was it.
Okay, give it up for the hackers!